Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are gonna dive into the top-rated animated movie, The Brave. This is the story of Scotland, many years ago, when a princess named Merida lived there. She was very brave. Since childhood, she had seen her father fighting in battles, so she also wanted to become a warrior. And on her 6th birthday, her father gifted her a bow and arrow, which made Merida very happy. That very night, while chasing a firefly, Merida wandered into the forest. There she encountered a demon bear, which attacked her. But before it could kill her, Merida's father arrived and began fighting the bear to save his daughter. Though he managed to defeat the bear, he lost one of his legs. Many years passed. Now Merida had grown up, and she also had 3 younger brothers. Merida's mother wanted her to live like a princess, but Merida didn't like such a lifestyle at all. She preferred to live like an ordinary girl and often spent most of her time outside the castle in the forest. One night, while Merida was at the dinner table with her family, a letter arrived saying that many princes from different kingdoms would soon be coming. Merida didn't understand what it meant, so she was told that one of these princes would marry her. It was her marriage contest. But Merida didn't want to get married, so she got upset and left. When she was in her room, her mother came and told her a story about 4 kings. One of them wanted to have the strength of 10 men, so he had magic performed on himself. After that, he began living separately from his family. Merida didn't like the story at all, so she left the room. Soon, the lords of all the kingdoms arrived, and Merida's mother welcomed them. She announced that Princess Merida would give them a game, and whoever won would marry her. Among them was King Fergus, a very powerful ruler, and marrying his son would be a huge honor. But Merida was still not ready for marriage. The princes began quarreling among themselves, and Merida's father calmed them down. Then the first round of the game began. It was archery. Everyone had to impress Merida with their aim. One by one, all of them tried, but none succeeded. Then came a prince whose way of holding the bow clearly showed he had no skill, but by mistake, his arrow hit the target. This meant Merida would have to marry him. Merida refused outright. She picked up her own bow and began shooting arrows herself, wanting to win her own hand. One by one, all her arrows hit the bullseye, shocking everyone. Then she left the place. Her attitude angered her mother, who went to Merida's room and scolded her harshly. Merida argued with her, and in anger, tore herself out of the family portrait. Then she rode her horse deep into the forest. After traveling far, her horse threw her off. Then she saw a firefly, the same one she had seen in childhood. She followed it and reached a house deep in the forest, where an old lady lived. In reality, she was a witch who knew many spells. Merida asked her to teach magic so she could completely change her mother. The witch refused to help without payment. Merida removed a locket from her neck and offered it. The witch recognized it and recalled that years ago, a king had come to her, wanting the strength of 10 men. She had done magic on him, but now his condition was terrible. She told this to Merida, but Merida still insisted on changing her mother's mind. In exchange for the locket, the witch gave her a cake and told her to feed it to her mother. As Merida was leaving, the witch tried to say something, but she was already gone. The witch's house then vanished from the forest. Back at the castle, Merida fed the cake to her mother. After eating it, her mother began to feel very ill. Merida took her to her room, and before her eyes, her mother transformed into a wild bear. Merida was terrified and didn't understand what had happened. She told her mother that in the forest, she had met a witch who had given her the cake, which caused the transformation. Merida told her mother they had to return to the forest to fix her. But leaving the castle wasn't easy. Her father had already heard the bear's growl and was coming upstairs with his men. Merida's mother, now a bear, went to her son's room. Her children were frightened, but she still recognized them and told them to clean up the mess in the room. Merida came and told her brothers they must help her take the bear out of the castle. She promised them sweets for the whole year in return. Her brothers agreed. They created a shadow that made it look like a big bear was going upstairs, so the king and his men ran in that direction. Taking advantage of this, Merida and her bear mother escaped into the forest. When they reached the place where the witch had been, neither the witch nor her house was there. Searching further, they found her house again. Inside was a pot glowing with light. The witch wasn't there, but a shadowy image appeared from the pot. It told Merida that if she didn't fix her mother within 2 days, she would remain a bear forever. The only way to fix her was to completely let go of her pride and mend her relationship with her mother. Merida didn't understand exactly what this meant and was disappointed. Her bear mother got hungry, and feeding a bear wasn't easy, so Merida took her to a river, where they caught and ate many fish. As time passed, her mother started forgetting she was ever human. She even prepared to attack Merida, but at the last moment remembered that she was her daughter. In the forest, Merida again saw the magical firefly and followed it to a strange place with odd markings. She felt she had seen them before. She slipped and fell into some ruins, where she saw carvings of 3 kings together and one apart. She remembered her mother's story about the 4 kingdoms, and the king who wanted the strength of 10 men. That king had gone to the witch, who turned him into a bear. This was the same bear that had attacked her in childhood. Suddenly, the bear appeared and attacked her. Merida escaped and climbed onto her mother's back, riding away from the place. She realized she had to repair relationships and let go of pride. Just as the carvings showed one king apart from the others, she had torn herself out of the family portrait. Now she understood the witch's riddle. She had to sew the torn tapestry to make her mother human again. But going back to the castle was risky. If her father saw the bear, he would kill kill it instantly. They sneaked in through a secret passage her mother knew. Inside, the princes were still gathered, waiting to marry Merida. She had told them earlier to wait. Understanding her mother's gestures, Merida addressed everyone, saying that one should always marry the one they truly love, and that every person should have the right to choose their life partner. The people understood and agreed. Merida then told everyone to go to the party hall. She took her mother to her room and began sewing the torn tapestry. But before she could finish, her father arrived, searching for his wife. When he saw the bear, he drew his sword and attacked. Merida tried to explain it was her mother, but he didn't believe her. Her mother, to save herself, ran away, with arrows being shot at her, barely escaping alive. Here, she is locked inside a room. Even her 3 brothers had also eaten a piece of the cake. Since they ate it, all 3 of her brothers have now turned into bears as well. Merida asks her 3 brothers for help, and with their help, she escapes from that place. Merida's father is shown, who, along with his people, begins to chase the bear. They want to kill it because they hate the bear. They believe that this is the same bear that attacked Merida in her childhood and bit off her father's leg. That's why he now wants to kill the bear to take revenge for his leg. Merida's father's people catch the bear, which is actually Merida's mom. Before Merida's father can kill the bear, Merida arrives there. She starts fighting with her father. While they are fighting, the other bear also arrives, the one who was once a king and had the strength of 10 men inside him. Merida's father realizes that this is actually the bear that attacked Merida in her childhood and bit off his leg. That bear is extremely powerful, so no one is able to control it. At one point, it is about to attack Merida and kill her. When Merida's mom, who is a bear, sees this, she breaks free from her ropes and attacks the bear to save her daughter. A fierce fight breaks out between the 2 bears. There is a huge rock nearby that is breaking apart. Merida's mom notices it and starts pushing the other bear toward the rock so that it will fall on him and kill him. But this is not so easy. The bear again tries to attack Merida, and just before it can harm her, the rock falls on the bear, killing it. The next moment, the king's spirit emerges from the bear. He is now freed. But now Merida must reach the castle at any cost so she can stitch up the torn tapestry and turn her mom back into a human. However, the sun begins to rise. Merida cannot reach the castle in time, and her mom is still in bear form. Merida starts crying loudly. She realizes how much she loves her mother. It was only her stubbornness that made her want to change her mom back. She regrets her mistake. Now, daylight fully breaks. The 2 days are complete. Just then, her mom's hand touches her head. Her mom has completely turned back into a human because both Merida and her mom have realized their mistakes. This reverses the witch's spell. Merida's 3 brothers also return, now in human form. They all hug their family. After this, all the princes who had come to marry Merida are sent away because her mom and dad now understand that every person has the right to live their life according to their own will and to choose their own life partner. All the misunderstandings between her and her mom have completely ended. Where earlier Merida was not allowed to go into the forest, where she always wanted to go, where she used to enjoy herself, now her mom also goes with her into the forest. And with this, the story comes to an end. We hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.